What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen that I was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Look, I want to show y'all this this clip right here. And it literally just goes to show you, you know, a whole turn with things. I don't know if y'all remember this, but just check out the energy right here. Check out this energy, y'all.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants.
Just look at this. Excited. Very excited, right? Things have definitely changed, I'll tell you that. This post says here, 3 examples on why naturalized citizens shouldn't be allowed to run for office. You literally have it here. You know, you have individuals that are literally changing the way that they see how Zoran is doing things. And we all knew. That's the thing. I feel like we obviously already knew how things were going to go. There's individuals that actually called that out, but it's just one of those things. You know, you have individuals that don't listen. They think they know what they're talking about, and they think it's more so of, I guess they thought it was going to be a change. I don't know what they thought, but you literally had individuals literally let them know what could go on. You know, what could go on, what can go wrong, all the above. Still, says right here, and y'all can find you know, this post, this is her post at K_dub_H. Says, but wait, I thought Zoran Mamdani said everything free, but New York City has no money. Oh yes, raise taxes. Check this out right here.
Talking about a fiscal crisis at the scale greater than the Great Recession. And so there will not be one single thing that can answer that crisis. It will require us to pursue every single avenue. That means looking inward into savings and efficiencies. That also means
you really can't make this stuff up. So this guy campaigns on essentially free everything. Yet New York City is facing such a fiscal crisis, a crisis worse than the Great Recession. Well, how are you supposed to get all that free stuff? Anybody paying attention yet? This is typical. It is standard from the Democratic playbook. Never any ownership, never any accountability, never let's figure out how to balance the budget, but rather let's tax more, and more. We need more money, so we're going to tax you more. Healthcare, free college, free transportation, free groceries, free everything.
And that's all what individuals saying when they was cheering and this, that, and the other, not even thinking.
But wait, first, I need your money. Conservatives tried to warn you guys. I mean, I'm generally not an I told you so person, but we told you so.
Exactly.
You can't spend what you don't have.
Exactly. People didn't, and even before that though, I feel like even before that, when the whole even before he got placed in, he literally showed he honestly showed that he needed that, you know, he wanted, you know, money. He wanted this, he wanted that, but then he tried to also make it sound good. Oh, free everything. This is that, you know, and then after that, he had that speech that I just showed y'all. And, you know, you had people cheering. But then right after, literally right after he got sworn in, he went and he's asked for money. Still to this day, still asking, you know, for more money. And people aren't getting that. So he's doing that. Mind you, there's a lot of things that are going on in New York right now. I'll tell y'all, there's a lot of things that's going on. You literally have here, says New Yorkers are already getting buyer's remorse for Zoran Mamdani. He was just heckled in public with people screaming shame. I don't know if y'all seen that video, but he was walking to his SUV with his security, and people were yelling and screaming shame and cussing at him. Says because absolutely nothing is going according to plan. People are yelling, we advocated for you, we voted for you. You get up here and lie to us. Obviously, this post says, it didn't take long. Reality is fast when the slogan stopped working. And honestly, again, just like, you know, this individual K said right here in this video, is that it's just one of those things. I told you so.
That's right. We know about your mom. Now listen, we was with you, Zoran. We voted for you,
Y'all hear what he said at the beginning? I'm telling y'all, there's so much things that's going on in New York right now.
That's right, we know about your mom.
That's right, we know about your mom. So I don't know if y'all been keeping up with that, but there's a lot of things that's going on right now.
We was with you, Zoran. We voted for you, Zoran. We advocated for you, Zoran. We advocated for you. You ain't getting up and get up in there and lie to us. You lied, Zoran. Shame, Zoran.
Shame! Shame!
The first lie was CCRB, Zoran.
Shame!
CCRB had the final say, Zoran.
Shame!
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I honestly think it's funny. I think it's funny because individuals, they don't. It's like that you don't listen. It's one thing with like having, I just and actually knowing, but I feel like people have to actually pay attention. When it comes down to a lot, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. Honestly, a lot of it is common sense. I feel like so many people don't realize that it's common sense. It was told that this is something that wouldn't work. It has never worked. And for people to think that it is. And, a lot of individuals just hear that free, not even knowing. All you can do is, give that, I told y'all this was going to happen. We kind of knew this was going to happen, and y'all wasn't with it. It's just one of those things. It gets worse, though. Says, this from New York Post. Says, Mayor Mamdani's, I'm sorry, y'all. RESIGNS managed noticeably trash-free as UES neighbors drown in 8-foot piles of garbage. So it's literally horrible. It's literally holes chewed through bags. I'm sure y'all know about, the rats and this, that, and the other. But it's literally bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Says all it took was one storm. Mamdani transferred New York City into the slums of India in less than a week. People fail to realize this is just the beginning. That's the thing. It's just the beginning. And meaning by that is that this whole snowstorm, mind you, just think about that. He went, on the news and he'll say, we have this snowstorm and, I seen him in the interview. I showed y'all an interview actually. And he literally talked about this storm, saying, the plans he had for it, this, that, and the other. And still doesn't. It's like everything that comes out of his mouth is just a lie. He's a person that literally will make something sound completely good. And then when something actually happens or, it comes that time, he doesn't fall through with it. I mean, literally. Horrible. I'm telling y'all. It's nasty. Truly nasty. It's one of those things. Like, you just have to just look into, it's sad, bro. This is sad. Very sad. So many things when it comes down to it. You have the fraud that's going on. You have the illegal aliens selling, stolen goods or fake goods, on the streets. You have trash that's all over the streets. You literally have snow that's plowed over cars. You literally have Mamdani that's constantly lying and asks for money. You have businesses shutting down. You literally have a complete mess that's in New York City right now. Completely. I'm telling y'all. It's another post. Mamdani says being a mayor couldn't be better as 10 passes away because of the deep freeze the city faces. Obvious. And you have more of that. You got the city facing a $12 billion budget gap. I mean, it's more and more things each and every day when it comes down to it. Each and every day when it comes down to it. And people aren't realizing that. Not only that, I know we had mentioned and I said, to listen when, that individual said, and we know about your mom. You have it here, says Zoran Mamdani's mother, literally in Epstein's files, supposedly, as I put that out, yesterday, says the left is trying to ignore it. but there's a lot of individuals that's not. Check this out.
When Zoran Mondani's mom's name shows up in the Epstein files, and the collective left, the progressives, the propagandists, and the liars in the media who have been using the Epstein files to try to destroy the Trump administration since he took office back in January, don't care, it's a pretty good indication that they never really cared about what's actually in the files or the victims. They just wanted something they could beat Trump up with. Wait a second, Patriot Dad. Are you telling me that Zoran Mondani's mom's name is in the Epstein files? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Zoran Mondani's mother is a film director by the name of Mira Nair. And yes, Mira Nair's name is showing up in the Epstein files. So I decided to take a screen recording of her route so you can actually see the document itself. And in this document, you'll see Peggy Siegel is emailing Jeffrey Epstein. And she says, I just left Ghislaine Maxwell's townhouse. After party for a film. Bill Clinton and Jeff Bezos and Gene Peruzzi and director Mira Nair are in attendance. This Mira Nair, Zoran Mondani's mother, held an after party for a movie that she directed at Ghislaine Maxwell's townhouse back in 2009. And I'll remind you, 2009 is not that long after Jeffrey Epstein accepted a plea deal for the things that he was doing to underage girls down in southern Florida, in which Ghislaine Maxwell was named as a conspirator in that case. So these people, Mira Nair, Bill Clinton, Jeff Bezos, and everyone else that was there for this after party, they knew that when they were hanging out with Ghislaine Maxwell, who, by the way, was one of the best friends and business partners and everything else of Jeffrey Epstein. Question for you. Why would Mira Nair be associated with that circle of people going all the way back to 2009? And another question for you. How is it possible that somebody who is hanging out with the Epstein orbit with Ghislaine Maxwell, her son ends up as the mayor of New York City?
Exactly. It's like one of those things, like everything coming together, everything, in a sense, not making sense at first, but then it slowly start making sense of how everything is, coming together. And it's truly wild, and I just like I said yesterday when I seen something about this, stuff like this just don't come out of, it just don't just come out the blue like, oh, this is fake news. No, it's literally emails. It's stuff that's out, I'm telling y'all, I feel like it's way deeper than we actually think. I truly feel like it's way deeper than we actually think. And I just, it's truly crazy and it's truly messed up, just thinking about a lot of what's actually going on and how things are and how he was actually planted, to be mayor. I don't know. It's just odd. I know a lot of people had questioned, this individual, he was in Disney and he made rap videos and he did this and he did that, and everything it just started making sense. It slowly started making sense. But definitely make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely I'm digging into more of this. I definitely want to see, more of what's going on within this. Stay tuned for the next video dropping tonight. Catch y'all next one.